Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to Ship Society. As always, my name is PJ, and today's video is going to be on the C5 Corvette. I know I've only made one video with it, but I decided to take a trip to, we'll say, Guadalajara, Mexico, and it was a horrible accent. But anyway, we took the C5 to Mexico with the DRAGY. Now, if you don't know what the DRAGY is, it's a little GPS box that is pretty much a drag strip, pretty much that fits in the palm of your hand. It syncs to satellites, it uses GPS data, and is pretty daggone accurate down to like 0.005 of a second and mile an hour. So it's pretty dead on accurate. So like I said, if you guys watched the other video on the C5, you guys know that it's pretty much bone stock, has 212,000 miles, has an unknown catback, a BBK cold air intake, and it has a shift kit from really don't Hypertech or something like that, some kind of handheld tuner that came with the car. He said it had a shift kit and an upgraded valve body. Anyway, it does shift pretty fast and pretty hard for what it is. Like I said, we took the car out, I hooked the DRAGY up to it, and it actually surprised me because I figured the car was going to be mid-13s in the quarter, probably 9-ish, 9 flat, 8.7, 8.8 in the eighth, and it actually eclipsed that. So I'm going to show you a couple of the clips from when we was out playing. Like I said, I'm actually pretty impressed by it. So let me get it pulled up here. Okay guys, so this is run number one. It was in pretty much full auto mode, just in drive. I tried to stall it up far as it could and only stall up to like 1300 RPMs before it tried to spin. But as you can see, 0 to 60 was 2.18 seconds, 0 to 60 was 4.83, and then we ended up crossing the eighth in 8.53 at 85.81 miles per hour. Now, that wasn't too bad for the first pass in the car. It did feel like that it had a little bit left in it. I did make a few more runs, trying different ways of shifting the car, putting it down in first and then kind of manually running through the gears. And it actually got a little bit slower by doing that. I don't think that it actually recorded the time, but I think it went like an 8.80 in the eighth. I shut it down way before the quarter. It just didn't do as well as if it was just in full auto. So this run here, this is run number two. It was back in regular drive, but I did get it to stall up a little bit more. It launched just a little bit better. The 60 foots were pretty consistent at about 2.16. I think that was about what it always was. 0 to 60 again was 4.81. It crossed the eighth, this time 8.47 at 86.85. So it picked up a little bit. That's a lot faster than I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to be dead on at 8.8, 8.7. So the fact that it hit 8.47 was pretty daggone impressive for what it was, especially on the street with it being a little bit cold. Now this next video, again, we tried to manually shift it and it actually slowed back down again. Again, the 60 foot was about the same. It was 2.16 seconds. 0 to 60 was 4.97, which is kind of bad. And then the eighth mile was 8.56 at 85.60 miles per hour. So it just didn't like being manually shifted through there. Probably with a converter or something like that, it would have liked it a little bit more. Like I said, it definitely slowed down. Now, in this next video, came off the line a little bit harder. It didn't spin surprisingly enough, and it did manage a little bit quicker 60 foot. It 60 footed at 2.14 with a 0 to 60 of 4.82, and did do the eighth mile in 8.45 at 86.89. So it picked up a mile per hour. the biggest thing on that one was I let off a little bit before the quarter was up, and it still recorded it, and it was a 13.03 at 107.13. So I kind of knew then that the car probably had 12s in it. I was actually right, because in the next run, which was my final run, because I didn't want to press my luck out in Mexico, the 60 foot came down to 2.13, which is still terrible, but pretty good for pretty much all stock C5. The 0-60 was 4.68, which was like 0.3 of a second faster than what it was just trying to manually shift the car. Went through the 8th mile at 840 at 87.52, so it picked up 2 miles per hour, which was pretty daggone good, and it did the quarter mile at 12.96 at 106.58. So that was pretty impressive overall for the first time out in the car, because like I said, I've not drove really any auto C5 except for that one, and that was my first time actually out in the car doing pulls in it, especially from a dig. So on street tires, pretty much bone stock, 212,000 miles. It did pretty good. 840 is not bad, and 1297 is not bad either. Like I said, the DRAGY is pretty accurate, so the times are probably pretty close to that. So I'm impressed with it. I mean, for what it is and what it did, it's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty good performance bargain, I guess. So probably with a cam converter and a shot of nitrous, it would probably actually be a very, very fun street car on a tire. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to upload a couple of runs since I have been playing with the DRAGY a little bit, and figured I would show you pretty much what a stock C5 for the most part. I mean, the catback and cold air intake probably doesn't do a whole lot except for sound, maybe a couple horsepower here and there. But the shift kit probably picked up a 10th or so. So guys, what do you guys think about the C5? Should we do some more performance mods to it? Should we get rid of that car and get something else? And if so, what should we get? Like I said, the Mustang and that C6 are never leaving the channel. Now, you've seen I've kind of had a revolving door of cars with the 350Z, the G8, now the C5. That's one of those cars that will probably continue just to rotate, because I like to experience different kind of cars. I had my eye on a 370Z, so what do you guys think about it? Should we get rid of the C5 and pick up a 370Z? I love the 350Z. The way the suspension was set up on that car, it handled absolutely amazing. And I like the 370Z, so should we get one of those, or what should we get next in that like $10,000 to $13,000 price range? Because that's kind of what I feel like I can probably get out of the vet, put some money with it, and get another car. So what do you guys think? In the comments below, what should the next car be? And if we don't keep the C5, may end up keeping the C5, who knows? We may pick up another car. But like I said, that one and the Mustang, they're not leaving ever. Are permanent parts of my collection, and they will just not leave. So guys, if you like this video, if you like the DRAGY content, if you like the C5, if you like the C6 Mustang, whatever else we do on this channel, hit that big thumbs up button. It does help the channel, does help to get these videos seen, and the channel is growing surprisingly fast now all of a sudden. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support, and hopefully I can bring you some content that doesn't suck. If you guys want a sneak peek of everything going on behind the scenes, head over to Instagram. This is my car page right here. Almost at like 91,000. So if you guys want your car featured on there, shoot me a DM. Highest resolution picture you got, and I will get you featured. And up in the bio of that one is my personal page, where you will find all the pictures of my cars and the behind the scenes stuff on the stories. And as always, big important thing, hit that big red subscribe button, show the channel some love. Appreciate every one of you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.